What's up, guys and girls? Welcome to another video. In this video, I want to talk about Angrboda and that we actually know that she's in Jotunheim in God of War Ragnarok. Before we begin, I want to thank Captain Grease for this video topic and helping me with this discovery. I really do appreciate it. His God of War channel will be in the description and the pinned comment. Thank you so much. Also, I'm going to ask for you all to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Turns out 70% of people who watch my videos are constantly coming back, but they're not subscribed, so I really do appreciate it. Also, do you want me to bring the God of War trivia questions back? I used to ask all of you a question at the beginning of the video, and if you got it right, I would put your name in the next video. Let me know if you all want that to return. I like doing them, but you gotta let me know. So when we first watched the God of War Ragnarok reveal trailer, we saw Angrboda for the first time. But we all assumed that she was in Vanaheim because her background is very similar to the view of Vanaheim we see in Freya's house. However, turns out she is actually in Jotunheim, and we know this because of this discovery. It all goes back to the cloth map. Jotunheim on the cloth map has this body of water on it. Zooming in, you can see that this water is actually tinted red. Here is the part of the trailer where we saw Angrboda. Now, if you look right behind her, you see a long stream of red water. But I hear you saying it now. Why would Jotunheim have red water all over the realm like it's shown in the cloth map? Well, there is actually an explanation for this in God of War 2018 of why there would be this red water. In fact, it's not actually water, it's blood. Jotunheim once had an ocean of blood. Here is the conversation we hear in God of War 2018. It's the story of Bergelmir.
If I'm not mistaken, we've yet to discuss the tale of the giant Bergelmir.
Oh yeah, I remember his run. It looked happier than the other ones, mostly.
It begins in an ocean of blood.
Finally, a story worth hearing.
If you remember, Ymir, the first giant, was fatally stabbed by Odin. It's in his blood our story starts. Ymir's magical guts poured out in a torrent so violent it threatened to flood all of creation. The Jotnar were unprepared, as the very last of them were washed away in the endless tide. Not just Ymir, but all of giant kind faced extinction. And so would Odin's victory have been complete. But Ymir's kind did not all perish that day. Staying afloat in the hollowed husk of a tree, the frost giant Bergelmir endured, as did his lady wife. For weeks they sailed, until finally they came upon a new land. They called it Jotunheim. And there they would start anew. As father and mother they would multiply exceedingly, and as king and queen they worked to make Jotunheim a land where giants would know no master but themselves. Bergelmir never sought revenge for Odin's slaughter. His vengeance was to live and prosper. He died at peace, a legion of his kin to mourn him. He would ever be known as Bergelmir the Beloved.
Bergelmir the Beloved. Huh.
So long ago, Odin killed Ymir, created a large ocean of blood that washed away many giants. Bergelmir and his wife sailed across a blood ocean and found a new land, calling it Jotunheim, where Bergelmir and the giants lived. So yes, the water we see on Jotunheim's cloth map is actually red because it's Ymir's blood. So why didn't we see this blood ocean at the end of God of War 2018? Well, I think that explanation is pretty obvious. Bergelmir died of old age, which is something giants usually don't do, and it takes an extremely long time. So the event of Ymir's death happened so long ago, no one could really put a date on it. But Ymir's death did create a lot. After countless years, it seems the blood is going away, but there are traces of it still all over Jotunheim. Also, when we arrived in Jotunheim, we were on the tallest peak of all the realms. We didn't get to see Jotunheim from the ground level. Eric Williams did say we are going to visit all 9 realms and explore, even returning to realms we've already been in God of War 2018, and we get to look around. So seeing the blood scattered all around Jotunheim is showing us the history of the realm. And this will be a constant theme throughout Ragnarok. In the trailer we saw Svartalfheim, the realm of the dwarves, and we saw a bunch of dwarves working and talking in the background. Life goes on. Even in God of War 2018, around the Lake of Nine, you see carvings of statues in the background, of figures of people who seem extremely important, things you never pay attention to unless you are looking for them. These realms and places have history, lore, and have a story that the art itself is trying to tell you. We know Jotunheim was once full of blood, as that's how Ymir sailed there. And I think that it's so cool that they're using the environment to tell a story. The stories that we heard in God of War 2018 are going to be relevant in God of War Ragnarok. And again, the environments, the art, everything is showing us this history, this lore that we found out in God of War 2018. And that makes me even more excited. I love seeing things like that being implemented. Now let's talk about Angrboda. Now that we know that in the trailer we were in Jotunheim when we encounter her. But what does this mean? Now that we know that Angrboda is in Jotunheim, which does make sense because she is a giant, how many other giants are there that's still alive? This is proof that the giants we saw at the end of the game was not all of the giants in Jotunheim. Jotunheim seems to be like a really big place, so there must be more that are out there. Also, in God of War 2018, Atreus did say that he didn't feel any life there. But Angrboda is here, so what's going on with that? Why didn't he feel Angrboda's presence or the presence of anything? Angrboda seems to know more than she's letting on. In the God of War Ragnarok trailer, she did say that eventually we will learn more things, and it seems like she knows exactly what we want to know. Is it possible that the giants hid themselves away from Kratos and Atreus while we were there? Because there are things that we have to find out for ourselves. It seems like a bunch of characters in God of War that know something that we don't. For example, Cory Barlog did confirm that Ymir is holding back information from us. And then we have Angrboda in this trailer who is actively saying that we're going to learn more things down the line, but we'll figure it out later. I don't know, I find all of this pretty interesting. The character of Angrboda is pretty interesting. And now that we know that she is in Jotunheim, it just brings up more questions than answers. Let me know what you all think about this theory in the comment section down below. I want to give a shout out to Captain Grease. You can check out his YouTube channel. It's in the pinned comment and in the description. I also want to thank Yeetus for talking about this with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to be out of here. Thank you guys and girls for listening. Deuces.